I want to thank you for your patience. You've been patient, even as we try to put together what you're seeing here today. Continue being patient because more is on the way. There's a consignment that we are going to be commissioning mid-April. Another consignment will be commissioned mid-May. And the other assets will be commissioned later this year. We will continue like this for the next 3-4 years until we are fully equipped to be able to deal with these criminals who have caused death and suffering of the people of Kenya. This government made a commitment last year to ensure that the National Police Service acquires modern and efficient capabilities for mobility, which is protected so that our officers don't get harmed by criminals, in terms of weapons, which are effective enough to countermand and neutralize the fire of organized criminals. But also, we are in the process and an advanced stage of also increasing our air capabilities, which includes armored and manned aerial vehicles and also gunship helicopters. And here today we are receiving the first consignment of MRAPs, that is the mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles, as well as APCs. And there are also an assortment of sophisticated weapons and personal protection equipment for our officers in the front line. I am also authorized to announce that in another 1 month, we will also be receiving the second batch, and we will commission the same equipment in this manner that we have done today. In total, during the past 7 months, the government of Kenya has spent 7.6 billion Kenyan shillings in the police modernization program of our equipment. Moreover, the government has committed to continue funding this program for the next 3 years. And therefore, there is another 29.4 billion shillings which will be used to acquire even more equipment, more sophisticated and more devastating to the enemy. And therefore, I feel that this is a very proud moment for us, and I really want to congratulate the teams that helped us through the inspection process, through the procurement process, through the delivery process. I want to thank all of you for a job well done, and we have before us equipment that will go a long way in strengthening the efforts in our operation Maliza Uhalifu in Northern Rift Valley, and also in the fight against terror in Northern Kenya and the Boni Enclave. Going forward, security officers in the front line are directed to act mercilessly and thwart the work of bandits and make sure that they take down bandits and other dangerous criminals before they take down the people of Kenya, before they hurt a police officer or a law enforcement officer. The government of Kenya will stand behind any officer who uses the weapons under their control to neutralize threats posed by dangerous organized criminals. And I want to call upon the support of the country. We must rally behind our men and women in uniform in the front line and support them. And I also want to call upon other players to desist from politicizing or otherwise interfering with the delicate security operations. We will protect our officers, and there is nobody who is permitted to interfere with delicate security operations. not politicians, not civil society, not anybody. Because what we are doing in North Rift, what we are doing in Boni, what we are doing in northern eastern region of our country, the life and sustainability of Kenya depends on what we are doing there. Kwa hivyo nawashukuru, nawatakia kila laheri. Nitakuja siku ingine wakati tutakuwa na vifaa zaidi, na mimi nataka nitangazie wale wakora ambao wamekuwa na kiburi, ujeuri na madharau. Nataka niwatangazie siku zao zimehesabiwa. Their days are numbered. We will fight them on land and from the air. We will strike them from the ground and from the sky. We will pursue them in the deserts of Kenya, on sand, in the forest, valleys, gorges, caves. We have to terminate this rubbish. Hatuwezi kukubali nchi yetu iwe ni nchi ati kuna kona fulani wakora wameingia msituni ama wameingia katika pango na wanaumiza wananchi wakiwa pale. So we'll gazette new areas and we are going to come down heavily and painfully on all organized crimes that are terrorizing the people of Kenya. Tumepokea vifaa, na hivi vifaa ni vifaa vya kuangamiza adui. Adui wa Kenya ambaye ni gaidi, jangili, wezi wa mifugo na wale wakora wote ambao wako katika vikundi maalum vya uhalifu. Vifaa hivi vitumike kulinda taifa letu la Kenya na kulinda wananchi. Askari ofisa wowote ambaye atapewa usukani wa vifaa hivi, ikiwemo bunduki, ikiwemo vifaa vya vile vingine ambavyo tuko navyo na mabomu, vifaa hivyo lazima tuvitumie kudhibiti usalama wa taifa letu. Na msikubali gaidi, mhalifu, haramia, mwizi wa mifugo kuangusha mwananchi ama kuhujumu afisa wa usalama. Kama uko na hivi vifaa, lazima umuwai kwanza kabla yeye hayakuwai. You must get him before he gets you. I am also in a position also to say that Operation Maliza Uhalifu will be extended to cover Isiolo, parts of Samburu East that were left out in the gazettement of 14th February 2023, as well as the grazing fields in Meru North. And very soon we'll be also extending the measures that are in place in the other 6 counties of Northern Rift Valley to these new areas. Going forward, I am convinced beyond doubt that the long-awaited solution by the people of Kenya to see a peaceful country, that moment has arrived and is here with us today. We are making it very clear, very clearly, very decisively, very deliberately. The days when armed gangs of bandits and cattle robbers kept on terrorizing and killing the people of Kenya, and sometimes even attempting to injure or to fire at our officers. That time is over, and the moment of liberating the affected communities has come, and the time is now. So what we are launching here today, what we are commissioning here today, is just the start of a very long and deliberate and expensive process to neutralize the threat of banditry, livestock rustling, and even the threat of terror.
The Honorable CS, I just want to say that under your leadership, we began a very ambitious program, which includes the modernization of the police service. And what you are handing over today is just the beginning of that bigger plan. And the plan goes beyond the police equipment modernization. There is the entire reforms that we will be undertaking following the receipt of the report from the task force that His Excellency the President set up. And I want to appreciate the good working relationship that I have had with the IG and his team. And every so often, whenever there is need for us to sit, whenever there is need for us to consult, whenever there is need for us to even get approvals for officers to go out there and inspect some of this equipment, we've been able to do this collectively. And as we walk on this journey, I want to give you my assurance that we will do it with the utmost dedication, and because we care about the officers who sacrifice so much for the safety of this country.
I assure you, the members of the National Police Service are committed service officers. They are patriotic, and they are ready to discharge their mandate of protecting this country, protecting the property of our people, protecting the lives of our people. That is a mandate, I can tell you without fear of contradiction, that they discharge without fear or favor. Anytime you visit us in any of our facilities is a morale booster. On behalf of these officers, we are lucky to have you, you as our CS. The energy, the commitment we see in you is always very encouraging. You keep traversing the way of this country without showing any sign of fatigue. And that keeps these officers going with energy to serve. WASA, through you, would like to, as a service, to convey our appreciation to the Commander-in-Chief, who is the President of our beautiful country. Please convey our appreciation for the support, the encouragement we have always got and received from him. Just this morning, he talked about this equipment we are receiving today. And fellow officers, nitawaambia siri, si peke yake. In the near future, very near future, I don't see us to talk about it. The Commander-in-Chief has assured you that you get even more modern equipment. And that is now a warning to the bandits out there that they are not going to scare us, they are not going to intimidate us, and immediately this equipment, the AMRAPs you are seeing here, the new modern firearms, once we receive them, by end of today, they will be in those difficult places. And we are going to deal with those bandits ruthlessly.